Anton Daniels was on Holcomb's podcast and it went left fast.
I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no sucky shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, see, I suck again, nigga.
We can go out back right now. We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that.
We can go out back right now.
Throughout the whole podcast, Anton Daniels' anti-black, bootlicking, MAGA sellout, conservative white man, ass-kissing views and behaviors was on full display.
How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
As an African-American male, I know how I got here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
So the white people, they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people,
like when this goofball refused to even say that he was a black man.
The position you and your people are in.
Who was my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim
that if you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
black
that.
is a construct.
But at a certain point, what was a really good conversation just got derailed. Anton and Corey both got emotional, loud, started name calling, threatening each other.
What you do? Let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
I don't tell you.
I don't suck.
Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck.
You do.
So fix
You're doing
that.
it right now.
But it basically just turned into a nigga moment.
Hey, what you say, nigga?
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment.
Now, I know this channel is super entertaining, but for all the times you get bored, there's a game you can play and get paid for. If you check out the link in the description or scan the QR code, you can sign up for freecash.com and start right away. Inside, you'll see a wall of games and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through the levels, and the cash lands straight into your free cash account. Instead of sitting there scrolling like we all do, you can play games and earn money at the same time. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons?
That's the part of the game. Everybody done been conquered.
It's so funny how outwardly hypocritical conservatives are at this point, because they went from no more wars to now let's just take other countries' shit.
Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here, so I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who claim jackers. Like I don't.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You're a smart man. It's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American male, I know how I got here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
I hate when people say this like it's a gotcha. Yes, Europeans purchased Africans from other Africans for the transatlantic slave trade. That entire system relied on warring nations and tribes in Africa to capture Africans from other tribes, nations, and sell them to Europeans. Yes, absolutely. That doesn't justify anything.
So the white people, they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us.
White people made it their mission to travel to foreign lands, to conquer lands and colonize people of color all around the world. There's an inherent racism to colonization.
Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
He didn't even make the point or argue that white people have not historically been racist. He then turned it around to the Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus talking point to black people are the most racist people ever, which is false. In order to be racist in the first place, you have to have control.
Racism implies you have not just prejudice, but the power to do something with that prejudice. You know, I may say I hate you. I hate white people. I hate them. It's not going to change you getting that, loan when you go to the bank. That whereas white racism says, not only do I not like you, but I'm going to change the impact of where you can live.
We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other.
That's like saying Africans are racist. There are 54 countries in Africa, and each one of those countries have different tribes, different beliefs, different people that don't like other people within their own country, let alone other countries. But nobody says Africans are racist against other Africans.
Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people.
It seems like Corey doesn't have all the information he needs to be able to push back on Anton Daniels. But what he's really referring to is somebody like Anthony Joshua, who was the first black slave slave owner in the American colonies. In 1621, he gained his freedom, became a slave owner, and famously won a court case in 1655 to claim John Castor as his slave for life, setting a precedent for black-owned slavery. But when he makes that generalism that there were a bunch of black slave owners, that wasn't really the case. Historians estimate 3,000 to 4,000 black slave owners existed in the U.S. by 1830, owning about 1,200 to 20,000 enslaved people, representing a tiny fraction, 1 to 2% of total slave owners. Many free black owners held 1 or 2 enslaved individuals, often family members, to protect them from being forced out of states or to eventually free them.
So what I'm trying to understand is,
Was slavery in the United States before?
slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world.
Anton Daniels is literally using white supremacist, white Christian nationalist talking points. Slavery wasn't that bad. We didn't do anything that didn't already exist.
I'm just over this white guilt, white shame type stuff. I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame, because our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously.
Slavery was still wrong, and the slavery that happened in America was barbaric and horrific, and I still think we only know a small percentage of the atrocities that were committed against black people in this country during slavery.
Slavery wasn't that bad. Trump is absolutely right. He didn't say slavery wasn't bad. He said it wasn't that bad.
They ate people. They ate people thinking that they were gang superpowers. They fed children to alligators for sport. They raped other men's wives. They raped men. They skinned people, turned them into shoes, bags, wallets, and furniture.
But he has yet to even say that slavery by Europeans, by white people, was bad. When racism came up, he said black people were the most racist people. When slavery came up, Anton Daniels said Africans were the reason for slavery. He's a joke.
And this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want? Y'all complaining about it over and over again. And I'm trying to understand, what is it that y'all looking for?
Anton Daniels' family immigrated here, which is why he has this whole attitude of y'all when talking about slavery, reparations, black Americans. It's a real condescension whenever he talks about us.
I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing.
You
What is
jumped
gonna help
over
y'all?
a whole thing
What
has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented. And I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
Correct.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through.
I don't
And
understand. What are you saying? Like, I'm
Because
trying to
most of the
make
niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on.
I'm so glad Anton did this podcast, so his anti-black views are in full view.
You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
Every race has that exact same chance. If you're a white man, you're way more likely to be killed by a white man than a black man. If you're a black man, you're way more likely to be killed by a black man than a white man. It's the same with every race. No knock against Corey, because I realize he's an entertainer, comedian, but if he's gonna have these serious conversations with people like Anton Daniels that pull out bullshit facts, Corey should be informed enough or do enough research to be able to push back on that factually.
But do you
That's a
understand?
fact.
Do you
It's
understand
not a fact.
that it's made like that on purpose? The position.
It's the system.
that-
The system
position
against
that-
us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in,
Who's my people?
black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong.
You're a Christian before you're a black man? When you're born in this world, you cannot choose your skin color. You can 100% choose your religion. That does not come before what you are as a human on this earth.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Yes, race is a construct, but ethnicities are not. So the immediate question after that is, what ethnicity are you, Anton?
We're not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We're not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit.
There are white Christian nationalists that are justifying slavery right now. But he would align with them, with people that hates him and people that thinks he should be a slave, before he would actually align with black people, black Americans. Because his hate for black Americans is that deep.
Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people.
This is the same tribalist mentality that a lot of Africans have, which causes conflict between Africans and black Americans.
We are the only ones who walk the earth, and as soon as you see a black person at the airport, oh, brother. No, I'm not your brother. We think that skin color makes you and me the same. We're not. I am from a small tribe called the Ajat tribe in Benin. Benin is only 6.5 million people with over 40 tribes. When I say tribe, I mean the language is like French and Chinese. I don't have anything in common with the 49 other people in my country. Nothing in common.
Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black? And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay, well, trust me, brother. White people, let me tell you something.
That's such a dumb argument. That's like saying I'm not gonna use English because we learned it from white people. That doesn't matter. That is the language we use. These social constructs, whether you acknowledge them or not, exist. I am a black American. I am an American descendant of slavery. Simple as that.
Back to this Christianity. You have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you.
So he uses English, which was taught by white people. He embraces Christianity, which was forced on slaves by white slave masters, but he will not say he's black because it's a social construct invented by white people. He's very selective in what he embraces and doesn't embrace, and he's only selective about that because he wants separation from black Americans.
And I have the hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
These conservatives and black conservatives thinks that everyone that opposes them is a Democrat. I'm an independent. I'm unaffiliated. I always have been. But I personally feel like this is such a dangerous time we live in. This is by far the most racist, white supremacist-driven administration we've seen in our lifetime. Trump said that civil rights hurt white people, which is the furthest thing from the truth. We literally have Trump trying to be a dictator and an autocrat and make unilateral decisions to take this country to war, which is against the Constitution. It is far too dangerous to keep them in power right now. Once this administration is gone, then we can talk about politics a little bit more.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker.
That's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's
correct.
False.
How?
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time almost get everything taken away from me, literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people.
I guess he's talking about Trump. Trump committed crimes. Trump was convicted of felonies, caused an insurrection in this country. The entire system, which went back to a political norm, took Trump down because he was a criminal. And for Anton to be blaming that on black people, like black people tried to take Trump down and that was racist, he is a fucking clown.
Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis.
There was a white president, white Congress people. What is he talking about? He's just excluding all white people from conversation.
Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris.
It's really aggravating me that Corey and nobody else in that room can push back on Anton Daniels. This is the judge that convicted Trump with 34 felonies. Does he look like a black man or a black woman to you?
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up, up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people.
I hate that argument. That is the stupidest argument in history. Yes, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. The Republican Party played a pivotal role in freeing the slaves. Democrats were pro-slavery and Dixiecrats in the early 1900s. But there was a huge ideological switch that happened between the Republicans and Democrats, which started around the 1930s, where Democrats embraced black people's fight for civil rights. New Deal era 1930s. Franklin D. Roosevelt Daniels' Democratic Party introduced social safety nets, appealing to working class and minority groups, started a shift in Democratic coalitions. The Democratic Party's national embrace of civil rights legislation, like the Civil Rights Act of 1964, alienated many white Southern Democrats, pushing them towards the Republican Party, which began to attract conservatives. In essence, the party swapped their original strongholds and their core basis of support, with the Democrats becoming a party for civil rights and social liberalism, and the Republicans evolving into a party of conservatism. So if Anton and all these other black conservatives' justification of being Republicans is that they were the party that freed the slaves, they were also the party that were violently opposed to black people having civil rights. So you look at those old films and see black people marching and protesting, getting sprayed with hoses, dogs sticked on them, hit with canes, stuff thrown at them when they were trying to integrate schools. That by large was being done by white Republicans that these black conservatives are now grifting for.
It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. Conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you what it stands for.
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't.
It's so aggravating that Corey is sitting up here laughing while he's talking and not offering counterpoints. This is very frustrating to watch if you know any of these things that Anton is talking about, to see somebody not counter his arguments.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people.
That's dope. He definitely deserves applause for that. But based on his anti-blackness, I wonder if he actually employs black Americans. And when he's saying my people, who is he talking about? Because he refused to even say he was black early.
So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't hear that shit.
Well, that's what should count.
I don't hear that shit.
Because out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop. An investigation will be said. But here's the truth. We know, I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
I can understand Anton being frustrated at this point, because what point is Corey even trying to make? I don't get it.
Do you think that's wrong what I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
I'm going to answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this. The majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement.
Anton's been using none but blanket statement and generalisms the whole time he's been on this podcast.
It's like me saying all black people are stupid.
You just said black people are racist. That's a general statement.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you got people all the time.
He do not. His whole page is black fatigue, black this, black that. I have never seen one critical thing that Anton Daniels has said about a white conservative. He'll go in on white Democrats, sure, but he's never talked negative about a white conservative at all.
I hear you. Can you tell me? Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
Facts. He's doing what's easy, because that conservative grift is a bag. We know that.
I think you don't want to go against them, because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
He can be his own man, have his own companies, and that's good. But having a black face and grifting two white conservatives is what gets him paid.
But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of it?
I'm an equal accountability smoke giver.
He will side with immigrants, he will side with white conservatives, and he will shit on the black community all day and night, but praise everybody else.
I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening.
Facts.
You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
taking
the...
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down.
He has not said one negative thing about racist white people, slave owners, and anytime something was brought up about white people, Anton deflected to black people. Are white people racist? Was slavery racist? Africans sold other Africans to Europeans. Oh, black people are the most racist people on this earth.
Because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the of black people right now.
That's crazy. Corey said you are an ass kisser. You're kissing white people's ass, which is 100% accurate because that's what Anton does. And instead of Anton being able to respond with a counterpoint, it goes straight to insults. That's the type of shit you catch the beats for.
You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck.
Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no sucking shit.
At this point right here, this is where the podcast just should have ended. Because you're not going to disrespect me on my podcast. You're not going to make me act out of character. You're not going to take me to a place where I got to put my hands on you and lose my career or catch a charge. So it's like, just end the podcast right there.
I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Well, I tell you what, watch that sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no sucking,
you
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that gay shit,
I don't give a fuck about what you talking about.
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no sucking shit. Don't put no sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here.
There's no point in Corey telling him to say it again when he heard it the first time.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
I don't do no sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not grossing up on me.
Yo, we good. I did already. I don't do sucking shit.
Put the microphone right down, right now, and going up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
I don't like Anton Daniels. I don't agree with what he stands for. He is 100% anti-black. But Anton sees where this is going and told him he can come outside and run a fade.
You said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either, but I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it call this nigga out his name? Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
Hold on, we just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this my show. This my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, what's the point of switching seats if you're not going to do nothing? What's the point of getting closer? Definitely seemed like he was raising the temperature by switching seats and getting in Anton's face. So why do all of that if somebody tells you to step outside if you're not going to do it?
It is a threat if you calling me sucking. I don't suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about,
I don't suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't going to do shit. Because you're not going to do shit.
Come at me with that sucking shit.
You're not going to
come at me with... See, I suck again, nigga.
We can go out back right now.
Fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit.
It shouldn't have escalated that quickly, but Anton definitely did cross the line. But if you're going to get in somebody's face and talk tough, you either pump faking or selling wolf tickets if you're not going to go outside when they say, let's go outside.
You not... You're not that tough.
Is that it? They got up out of there? They had to take an intermission to try to restore order. But you can tell by their faces, they're over this at this point. They don't like each other. They don't want to be there. They most likely want to put hands on each other. So it's like, why not just end the podcast?
That's not true, because I know some good Caucasian white men. Of Jesus, and I know some bad Caucasian white men.
Okay, right, so correct. Look, check this out. This is what I... Listen,
keep everything respectful.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. The reason I don't have a lot of people up here at the show is because I know a lot of people aren't initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mind state. I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about sucking, brother. I
apologize.
Okay. Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
He wasn't letting that go. But you can see it on his face. He was deeply bothered by that. And Anton just apologized.
I appreciate that because this ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically. But I have a switch.
I do too. And I'm a man, just like you.
I respect your switch. I respect your switch.
you too.
Okay, good. I'm glad, brother.
We good.
It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
We straight. I respect your switch, brother.
That was a I don't fuck with you handshake, but at least they did. At least they did it. They tried to bury the hatchet right there.
I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't know the way I was brought up, you can't step to men like that. So I'm
but right now for the podcast, if you're going to keep the podcast going and move on and actually have a conversation, Corey got to let it go. He brought it back up after somebody tried to change the topic, got an apology from Anton, shook hands. It's like, all right, it's dead. Let's move on. But Corey can't let it go.
I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know.
We good.
That I could get back straight. When I said your hand, it wasn't phony. Anton, my mind is set up when people do things like I call it backdooria on my show. Mm-hmm. When people throw that at you, it's a set-off.
And that's why I said
you say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move, but I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to
the ain't shit on himself.
I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
You shitted on black people.
Shitted on black people for sure.
You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
Shitting on me because I feel like you talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Careful.
I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
trust me.
The tough talk. I got security, you got security. Ain't
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You
security
gotta
people.
hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody to
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking
Homie,
tough. You just said that
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so
You said you disrespected me in my face.
The fact is, Corey never recovered from the sucker. They tried to move on and it keeps bouncing back. Anton was able to pull it back. To his credit, as a man, he did apologize and try to move on several times, but Corey just could not move on from it.
So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you
still talking about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easily offended?
You still talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
That was bound to happen. Corey was always going to get back because he was so triggered by what Anton said to him.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point.
You're hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man.
No, you hypocritical.
Just gone, man.
You
gone.
I'm out the jet.
You done did this before.
He's hypocritical.
Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
So I know Anton is married. I guess Corey is now alluding to him, bringing the side piece up to the studio and on the show.
And go get you a bodyguard, because the nigga be done slapped the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door.
Glad somebody finally checked Anton on that weirdo sellout shit he be on. Corey shouldn't have declined the fade. Both stood on business though. But then again, Anton knew he had security, so I can see why Corey ain't step out there. It's good to not get tricked out of your bag if you didn't want to take it there, but then don't get in that man's face. Corey went out like a hoe right here because he started all this chaos, and when he had the opportunity to box, he copped the plea. Very true. I really did think this was going to be a good conversation, a good discussion of two opposing ideologies and worldviews, but after the insult started, Anton got triggered, then he triggered Corey, and Corey was never able to come back down from it. I do think it's a good thing that Corey was able to call out Anton Daniels on what he does, which is attacking the black community and shitting on black people, but nobody else, especially not white conservatives. But I do think he wasn't able to articulate those points as good as he needed to debate somebody like Anton Daniels. But shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.